As of right now, gentlemen, recording. How y'all doing? Welcome to another edition of Out the Way, a podcast that we've embodied ourselves here to give our information to any and all, to be honest with you, because the information always turns out to be universal. So I really appreciate y'all for coming back, you, the audience, the viewer. We got Papermann over here, of course, my boy Pollo Papi, aka Nigga Miller, or should I say SquirtAlert as well. And I'm Indigo. These are my brothers, and I really appreciate what we got going on here. We always swap topics as well. It's not always just my brain or always just one of their brains. And today we got Nick. See what you got going on today, brother. Talk to us.
All right. Well, okay, let's get into it then. So the topic or question at hand for the day is, are you ready? Are you ready? And that can be, I don't want to force anybody in the box on what that is, but it's a whole lot of questions we're going to spin off of that today. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. I like that. Go ahead and tell us how that came about.
I mean, at first it was a series of questions. So the first question is, are you ready? And then it's okay, depending on who you're talking to, it's what's next?
Mm-hmm.
Ready for what? What's the next thing you got coming up? The next thing you working towards? Are you ready? And then it's what does ready mean? Are you ever ready? You know what I'm saying? What does that mean? So it's just an open discussion topic, man, and the different ways that can be applied in life.
I like that because it is an open-ended question, to be honest with you, because you to me, you have to be ready for any and everything. Nothing wrong with, being prepared. A lot of people fail to prepare, Those who fail to plan to fail. Pretty sure that's a thing, you know what I'm saying? But all right, go ahead. What are you ready for? Let's start with you. What are you ready for currently in your life?
I like that. So for me, I'm ready for and this isn't in a Russian perspective, but ready for the fruit. It's we in the middle of the season, it's about to change and stuff like that. But
fall time,
when you are aware that your season in life is there's an opportunity for some serious changes right now. Mm-hmm. And it's whatever you've been up to during the time that you've had to wait for something to sprout or wait for something to grow and develop, and it's okay, I see the signs and stages that this thing is about to it's about to turn into something. And it's I don't know what it's gonna be, but I see it happening. It's finally about to happen. Right. And that's just in a lot of areas of life, man. Growth, development. I'm excited for that.
Okay. You got any plans for the rest of the year for the most part?
I do. And that brings us back to the gist of the conversation, right? So, are you ready? I feel a lot even with this podcast, right? If you'd have told me 9-10 weeks ago that I'm gonna do a podcast with my guys, it's gonna be 8 episodes deep, before tailgate season even hit, I'd be bruh, when I'm gonna do that? When I'm gonna have time for that? How we gonna do that? It's if you'd have asked me if I was ready to do that, hey bro, we finna do 8 episodes season of a podcast. Is you ready to do it? We starting tomorrow. I'd have been hey, no, time out. No. So it's but the fact how it just happened is that's the question. Are you ready? Are you ever really ready? And I could have gave you 5-10 reasons why I wasn't ready to do that right now. So applying that, you said we living this out. So applying that to other decisions that I might feel I'm not ready to make in life. It's are you ever really ready?
You never are really ready. Go ahead, brother.
Me personally, man,
What are you ready for in life?
I'm ready for new beginnings. You know what I'm saying? Changes that's coming along amongst me right now. So, you know what I'm saying? More control of my anger. You know what I'm saying? More freedom. Letting go of one of my jobs, so more freedom. You know what I'm saying? Trying to build my health back, get my rest that I need. I'm ready to get into this new space where I'm headed to right now. It's just like I said, I've been making a lot of drastic changes. Like I ain't smoking blacks no more, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm ready for the season of change for myself, you know what I'm saying? Growth, you know what I'm saying? I just seen like a post about grow. I just reshared that. It said get rid of old ways, you know what I'm saying? So right now, I'm like getting rid of old ways and trying to start some new patterns, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just ready for new beginnings, new blessings.
Okay. You got anything planned? You got 4 months left. Today's September the 1st.
I mean,
literally have 4 months left in 2024.
Well, some of those steps I already taken. Like I said, this is my last week working my second job. So that's one thing that's already in motion. Still, you know what I'm saying, working on music, putting out new music. I've been dropping a little bit more lately, so that's a change. I can feel like I really slacked off this year, so I've done stuff, but I haven't done as much as I did last year. So still putting forth full effort into all that and working on different projects, working on solo projects, working on projects with my guy, you feel me, working on a project with my partner in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Just dropped a song with one of my other partners in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Just putting the work back in all in the right time and in the right area. Like I really want to at least push out, personally, I want to try to push out within these next 4 months, push out at least a solo album and another EP and probably at least like 2 more videos for the year end.
I like that. They always say, man, you gotta stay ready, so you gotta get ready. So it's pretty much what we're doing when we keep working. So I really appreciate that. Look out for Papermann, man. My boy said he want another EP and an album. And
I got quiet on everybody, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? I got quiet. I done went through a little depression phase. I'm back woke again, so it's like I'm bringing that old energy back with a new me. You know,
and that's what transformation is, and a lot of us are going through it. And transformation takes place in more than one place in our life at multiple times, you know. And me personally, I'll be 37 this month coming up. Shout out to the Virgos. That's just one transition, you know. But going into this new chapter as well for me, I can see where I started from when it comes down to the business, the clothing, actually being ambitious to take that step out there and get the LLC, to actually get the insurance, to actually be a business, you know. I want to rekindle that energy again. I was very bushy and bright-eyed, and I think I can do it. I know I can do it again when it comes down to the confidence, because I'm around the same energy of people that I was when I first started. And it was just one or two, you know, it really wasn't a lot of them. But now that I'm in this space now in this city, in Huntsville, I feel like there are many more people who want to help, who are helping, and who are already on board. So that's the one thing that I really am looking forward to as well, to see the fruits of the labors of that. It's not easy moving cities, you know, and then trying to still do your thing. That's one of those things that a lot of entrepreneurs, if you really been an entrepreneur, you know, staying in your same city and still making it, that's one thing, and I really commend people. But life goes on. Some of us got to move, you know. Some things happen, move for jobs, move for relatives, and for you to still keep that spirit, that's what I think the gist of what you're saying really is what it means. Are you ready? Are you ready for the move? Are you ready for the shift God gonna put you on in life? Are you ready for the relationships? You know, a lot of stuff. Relationship with God, relationship with your parents. A lot of stuff going on in people's lives that I think that they need to really take a step back and look at the question wholeheartedly. And ask yourself, are you really ready? Because some people are going back to school right now. Are y'all ready for the semester?
Man, I'm trying to go back in the spring.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. What makes you want to go back? I like that. That's something you ain't talk about.
I'm not a quitter, man. I don't like not finishing stuff, and I feel like I had
I didn't know you had critics.
For real?
Talking about like in college?
Man, I'm a junior.
You a junior?
Man, I just had a lot of life stuff.
Man, go get them 120 hours in, my boy.
I got a total, I think 20 classes, maybe 30.
No, how many hours you got? 20.
That I already got paid?
Because 20 classes sounds absurd. You probably got 20 hours now.
Nah, it's like 20 classes.
You got about 20 classes?
You know, I went to school for mechanical engineering.
Okay, well, no, they don't mean anything. Cause so what's happening is with the classes in, and then when you come from certain colleges, they don't respect the classes. So that's probably what happened. Some of you got knocked back on some of your statuses. But if you're a junior, you shouldn't need no more than like 30 or 40 hours, which is like a semester. You know what I'm saying? Well, 2 semesters. But at the same time, I'm happy for you anyway, bro. Because going back and learning, that's how you earn more. People don't realize that. They want more money, but they don't want to learn. You know, and if you don't have any more skill sets, there's no way you can make any more money.
You just said something.
I got to finish, man.
Yeah, bro. So it's like, the only place you find money before work is in the dictionary. You know, that's straight up. I heard somebody say that years ago. I thought about it. I keep using it as a motto now to really preach and teach to certain people because people want to make more money. People at your job want to make more money. They keep saying it. People at your job, like they say they want more money, but it's more than just actually making the money. You know, what are you doing to make the money? What do you think the doctor had to do to make that money? But they went to school for 10-something years. People don't want to do that.
He was 30 before he really got paid.
Come on, man. Lawyers, they don't really want to go to school for even accountants. They got like, I was going to be an accountant, but you don't really make the money until you go to school to become a CPA and get your own firm. So it's like one of those things. You have to be ready whenever you put yourself in certain situations. So I really appreciate this question now. I can unpack it and unravel it a little bit more into my daily life or into the questions or where my brain is going with it because for me, this is a big year, you know, 37, knocking on 40. You know, I like that. I like getting older in life and experiencing things that I haven't experienced before. So I'm ready for that next chapter in my life, for the clothing brand to come about again, for the amount of ambitious spirit that needs to come with it as well. You know, it's more than just being there. You gotta be there mentally too. Go ahead, Squirt. Talk on.
Being ready.
It can be anything because you know, Squirt, you live a little bit a different life than us. We don't have any kids and stuff like that to get ready for or anything. But more so, Renee, what are you getting ready for, brother?
Just because you said that, I thought about it. You gotta hit that word sometime.
Here he go.
Being ready. Being ready to stay stepping outside of the box because, like I heard somebody say, to be let's say to be great, you're not gonna be comfortable. At the end of the day, you're not. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Basically, being ready to accept what comes with finding yourself. And like they say, finding yourself comes with a lot of being by yourself. So you have to be ready to understand what it is to be by yourself. Cause it get lonely sometimes by yourself. I'm ready.
A lot of times, really.
Getting ready to build for real with someone. Like seriously, I ain't gonna fall in love. Nah, we gonna grow in love. That's what I'm ready to do. Build something. You know what I'm saying? With someone that has your best interest in mind is what I'm ready for. Like
I like that too. Hey, cause a lot of us have spoken on that. So man's ready to be with somebody.
not even just that. It ain't just being with, just someone too that's gonna be a great role model for my daughter too.
That's number
You know
one.
what I'm saying? Number one. So being ready to have my daughter too, give her mama a break. You know what I'm saying? That's very different for me. You see what I'm saying? And it's just different, bro, because we have the most freedom as men, but at the same time, like I said, I'm one of them active fathers, so it don't make me none whether I got my daughter or not. She gonna slide with me if necessary. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much just being ready for that, and most importantly, being ready for what to look forward to with her, because it's different each and every time I talk to her. It's different. She just hit me with, Daddy, I don't want to be a woman no more. Well, what do you want to be? She was just saying because she got to go through the changes of her little bras and all that good stuff, you know. She don't let it pull on my fat meat or whatever, you know. You never know what you going to get when you talk to, you know what I'm saying, your children coming up in age, because I know coming up, I said some wild things too, as my mom and them tell me, you know. Just be amazed. So just being prepared. Like they say, like you said, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. That's all. But most importantly, just being ready for change outside of the box. Always stepping outside the box. Not remaining boxed in.
That's a bad feeling too, feeling boxed in.
Yeah.
And a lot of people feel that way because they feel they have no choices. You know, but I tell you one thing, every day you wake up, you have a chance and a choice. And a lot of people just think they don't have any choices because of the choices that they made in the past. So just because those choices didn't work out, some people think they're not good decision makers.
Right.
And that might be true too. You might not be a good decision maker, but I tell you one thing, they're still your decisions.
That's why I
A
say
lot of
stepping
people
outside
need to
the box.
realize that these are your decisions, and just because you might not have made the best decisions yesterday, you can make better decisions today. All right, that's a true starting point in being ready. You know what I mean? So we're gonna transition. You know what I'm saying? Because more so over than getting ready for something, we gotta stay ready too. There's no reason to get to the spot and not being able to stay in the spot. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, go ahead, Nick. Speak on staying in the spot when we're already getting ready for something, and now we gotta live in it.
Man, I feel like it's a constant state of change. Honestly, I think that's the funny in the question, right? Because you can try to get ready, stay ready, and you can really just prepare yourself as best as you can, you know, because you're never gonna be just at 100. Nobody's stats is all the way 100 and out, top to bottom.
Trying to tell you.
So, as far as staying ready or staying in that position, your position, there's like a balancing act, and it's never just, or it's rarely, it's only for moments in time where it's gonna be perfectly flat.
Yeah.
All other times it's gonna be
The Libra scale.
a steady state of change.
Mm-hmm.
Now you holding it together, but it's always changing. So staying ready or getting ready or staying in position is being able to deal with the small and sometimes small movements and sometimes large movements that's trying to knock you out of position. Really, how you respond. I think I seen something like that on Instagram this weekend. It's like how much of life is about how you respond to what's going on.
Yeah.
Is the situation bad, or are you choosing to see the bad in the situation?
Yeah.
You know, and that's the lesson that life is serving right now, man. Perspective, response, and you said a mouthful, man, when you said, you know, you didn't say you're not your decisions, but essentially like people think they're paralyzed by their former decisions, and you can always make a new one.
You can always make a new one.
You can always make a new one.
So to be honest, I like that. I like that a lot. For me, I staying focused for the most part. Hold on for a second. Y'all making a whole lot of noise over here. Y'all disturbing my focus.
I got you.
I had time with me.
Go ahead. Speak about staying focused while we in the moment.
Consistency is key. You know what I'm saying? Like, which is the hardest thing to do sometimes, but you know what I'm saying? Just gotta at least try to make some kind of way and put forth some kind of effort to stay consistent. Like, at least getting up and making the effort. Like how we do with this is like, man, all us, we'll freestyle first. Like, that's still keeping our sword sharpened when it come down to the music, even though we get on here and we just politic and we talk. You know what I'm saying? It's keeping the consistency in where it's like, all right, cool. Like, yeah, we might go this whole week and don't drop a song, but at least we got some bars off, you know what I'm saying, for the beginning of the week to where it's like, all right, we still working on music even though we ain't necessarily working on music. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like working on that part of being consistent, like keep doing like what you say you're gonna do, like standing on it instead of like, man, I'm gonna go to the gym 3 days a week, and go one day and be like, man, bro, I got a lot of stuff I gotta do. Nah, you gotta get to that consistent point where it's like, all right, bro, I can't just keep speaking and not doing what I say I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like being true to the word that you put out there. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like just more like staying consistent in the moment. Like if we gonna chase it, we gonna chase it. Ain't no point of playing with it. You know what I'm saying? So I know that's where I'm at right now in the moment. It's like, man, I gotta just stay consistent and stay true to my word about what I say I was gonna do or going to do and what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Gotta stay consistent on that journey. You know what I'm saying? So.
I like that. Go ahead.
Boy, I said I forgot. What was the question again?
Staying consistent. Once we're already going up for the most part, we already know where we're at. How does one stay consistent when we're already there?
Staying consistent when you're already there. Keeping your mind in a positive state because it's not always easy to do. I just did that just cause, you know what I'm saying, just to show about consistency and again, being ready. And I may think I'm not paying attention, but I'm paying attention. And then so pretty much just trying to keep that mindset focused on anything besides what you're going through. You can deal with it, okay, feel it, get in that moment, get out of it, keep it pushing. But it's not easy to do, especially again when you might be by yourself. So that's why another thing to do is call someone, phone a friend or something like that, or pull up on somebody, or go take a walk.
That's nice. That's something tangible too. Those are the things that I'm getting at for the most part. People need tangible things to do. Because when we talking here, it's nice for us to do things because we know what we want to be doing. But when you're giving out information, you need to make it practical because people want to know how they too can get into a specific space with who are oblivious to what to do. So that's nice. That's nice. I like going for walks myself. It's very therapeutic.
Yeah, I walk to the store, you know what I'm saying, pretty much, even though I can drive, walk to the store for exercise. And not only that, just not being so used to always having a car, because I ain't always had a car. So sometimes I utilize that thought process and treat it like I don't have a car. You know what I'm saying? What if I got to walk to work? You know what I'm saying? Then boom, just like that day you came and picked me up. I was mad as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you. Pissed off. Kept walking. He said, Squirt, I cannot come and get you if you don't stop walking. You know what I'm saying? So again, humbling yourself, taking time, like you said, to think. And a word that I'm big on, like you were speaking also, is perspective. I try to look at things in a different perspective because I know me and my anger. You know what I'm saying? A person saying something a certain way, even, you know what I'm saying, maybe you might be saying it a certain way, but the way you looking at me, I might can take it a certain way. You see what I'm saying? So just focusing, trying to keep your mind focused on the positive versus the negative. And it's not always easy to do.
I like it. So what we thought about is getting ready and actually staying ready. I mean, staying in the space once we've already gotten ready. If we're gonna close it out for the most part, it's the only way to probably top that is where you go next after you've already gotten to the point. Like that requires a mentality shift. Once you've already gotten ready for something specifically, with whatever scenario it is, you stay consistent with it. You've got the knowledge that you needed from the situation, and now it's time to elevate.
Yeah.
And let's go with everything in life. There has to be an elevation point. We don't go older and get seasoned and network with people without elevating our game, without elevating our mentality. So with that being said, what are you doing to actually perfect? And we know it's not attainable to a degree, but for the sake of the question, what are you doing to perfect going into the future? Because the future's it's bright for everybody.
You got to try. That's my answer. You got to try. And if we making it practical, like you said, you'll never know if you're ready.
That will never be
and you'll continue to manufacture obstacles for why something can't succeed or why you can't succeed until you try and find out whether or not you're going to succeed. And to like I said before, how you're going to respond to the things that become obstacles to your success, like whatever success is for you. So, and once you get there, I've always said success is not like a single point. It's a journey. Success itself is like the entire line. It's not
on
like
the podcast. You gotta separate the small. So you gotta celebrate the small wins because that's how you obtain what's how you even really know what success is. Because you'll never really get to a successful spot without a lot of successful moments. You know, so yeah, I definitely like that.
Try. And even once, that's why I say, if at first you don't succeed, then try again.
Okay,
So once you fail, you try, man get knocked down 7 times, get up 8. That's like, it's a concept that plays on everything.
It's the repetition, you know, and I've been hearing a lot more lately now. Don't perfect it, just get the numbers in. You know, don't try to make it the best work you've ever done. Just knock out the content for the most part. And I'm beginning to get the concept now. I just hate doing sloppy work. You know, even at work, it's one of those things. I don't do anything sloppy. It's not in my demeanor to be a sloppy person, you know, and it's just the OCD in me, I guess, that gets me going. But that kind of stuff drives me. And when we talk about going into future endeavor, those kind of things actually help me. Those little small things that I do, like making my bed up first thing in the morning, those first accomplishments, you know, tucking my shirt in. People don't like that. You know what I mean? Not saying I don't like that. People point that out to me sometimes, but it's just something I've always done. Even when I worked out in college, you know, I would tuck my shirt in. I'm going to school, I tuck my shirt in. You know, it's one of those things. It's a debonair type thing to me. You know, but
it's an Indigo thing.
There are a lot of people who tuck their shirts in,
Yeah, like my daddy.
I like it. It feels good to me. But going into the future, that's what I need to start doing. I need to lean on those little small, I guess you would call them wins for me. You know, because it made me feel good to do them.
It's the whole journey,
Yeah,
man.
I do it sometimes too. I took my tank top in my pants.
That's just one thing though. But you know, me paying attention, being vigilant.
No.
Nah, it's all good. But going into the future, for me, being practical, I like the word investment. Invest in everything. Invest in yourself. Invest in your gifts. Invest in your purpose. Invest in people around you. But most importantly, you know, invest in your vision. A lot of people have vision. Everybody has a vision. We just don't know how to get there due to a lack of goals. You know what I'm saying? A lack of people telling that we can do it. And if that's one thing you can get from this show or this podcast, we definitely want you to know that you can do it. You know, any and everybody can do it. Whatever it is whatever it is you say you can do or you want to do, just, you know, YouTube University that thing first. It's so much information is universal. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even if it might not be the best or the most knowledgeable information, you have a direction to go. And most people, that's what they need. Just give me a path, you know, as opposed to just out here wandering in the darkness. So I like that. Who was last? Somebody else needed to go.
I was last. I was even last. What you were saying? What was the specific thing you were saying?
Specifically moving forward after we've already gotten ready and stayed on the subject, and now we're going to change our mentality to level up.
Just like school, bro. Just like getting money. You can get the money. It's all about keeping the money. Just like school, you start off with an A. It's all about keeping the A. So basically, after you get where you're going, you keep going. Because again, to be great, it's not going to be comfortable. So just as soon as you get comfortable, that's when your whole world can tumble down. So just like the old folks say also, the reason why they die, because they stop working, they stop moving. That's why you see a lot of older people, like, even though when they get older and retire, they come to the store probably like every day just cause, like you said, routine. You know what I'm saying? To keep it functioning, keep it percolating. So my thing is, after I get where I'm going, is to continue to keep going, you know, until it's time for me to take that dirt out.
What are you doing practically though?
Practically, to get where I'm going? Stepping outside of the box and staying consistent with creating content, getting more online. I'm about to start doing some recording my own self as far as like little content of inspirational things, letting people get to know a different side of me. Because I only show when I'm doing shows or something like that. Yeah, you know, because I'm private like that at the end of that. Honestly, I can't stand the internet like that.
I know, I'm the same way, but you gotta think, we're in this entrepreneurship space. I'm glad you brought that up, because I be feeling kind of sentimental about that too, but it's got to the point where I'm like, people gonna know your life anyway, bro.
No, they're not.
They are.
They is, but
they're not gonna know what you don't want to know. Yeah, I get it, but you gotta understand, we're in a specific space now where our names on everything. Yeah. We're on all social sites. You can find, all information is public records. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I get it.
Anybody can do it, but it's like when you in the space that we in, you actually want to be known. That's why when we watch these shows like Empire and stuff, and I'm like, dang, they out in public, but they got to present themselves a specific way too because they representing the brand.
Well, anyway,
so for you with True Life, for the most part, what's the mentality going forward on? You know, you already gotten to the point where you stay consistent. So what's next?
Building my brand, you know, getting my clothing line out there. Pretty much, that's my next thing. Well, not just next thing. I'm just an artistic person, so personally for me, it's just mastering one thing and building my brand for me would be, I put that as in a nutshell as one thing because I love music and I love art. It's not no either or, it's both of them. You know what I'm saying? So if I can incorporate and do something where I can do both of them, that's what I'm gonna do. And I know it takes growth, work, and dedication. Like what I said, strategize, prioritize, and execute is real big of what I'm on outside of, you know what I'm saying, perspective. So, you know, being consistent with that because I tend to procrastinate and I just procrastinate, it's just me, man. So, shoot, it's a lot going on upstairs, bro. So, at the end of the day, that extra push that y'all give, you know, when you call and stuff like that, or you confide in me for information, same thing I be saying to y'all, I apply it to myself. So, you know, again, just being consistent, bro. Not trying, but staying out of that procrastination space. Because it's so easy to get settled in.
And those are just advice, just our habitual habits. You know, we fall back into those once we've learned new things. Just like you know, you're stopping with the blacks. If you're in an environment where they're always smoking, you're going to want to revert back. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, but you can
it's a cue.
But
it's
you
a trigger.
But you keep yourself from doing that though.
I understand.
Yeah,
it is mind over matter.
I work in the warehouse, so it's like I'm around all day every day.
Yeah.
So it's like it's that wheel of knowing like, all right, this is what I don't.
Yeah, and now it's like I don't want to follow y'all outside now. I'd rather go do something else.
I go outside.
Yeah. I'm finna say you go outside. Just that when you say mind over matter, bro. If you don't mind, it really don't matter, bro. If you do not mind it, it don't matter. If you don't mind no smoking, bro. At the end of the day, they smoking is not gonna bother you because I don't want to smoke. Just like if you ain't hungry. If you ain't hungry, are you gonna eat? Or you gonna force yourself to eat?
You gonna make a plate, bro.
You see what I'm saying?
It depends.
Yeah, it's all about it.
If I know I need to eat, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying, bro. Mind over matter, bro. If you don't mind, it really don't matter.
Huh?
Discipline.
This is true.
Yeah.
That's the tangible thing that I really want y'all to get to, though, but discipline is everything. And the discipline is also subjective and relative because a lot of people think that they're being disciplined when they're already in their comfortable places of these decisions they're already used to making. I'm used to making these decisions. So you think that's a specific discipline to you. And it might be your discipline, but where you're going, that's not the discipline that you need. And that's where I'm really driving home to because a lot of things that we need to do is get into uncomfortable situations so we can learn how to live in that moment with that energy of, damn, I don't like this. But at the same time,
you gotta do it.
You have to harness and embody that energy so you can go, you know. But it's one of those things. Living to be uncomfortable.
You gotta live it to be.
Yeah, man. It sucks. I like it though. It wasn't supposed to be a long podcast tonight. I like the topic, Nick. To be honest with you, where did it originate from?
Man, this morning, I text y'all just like last time. So I don't know what it's gonna be right now.
Yeah.
I said, but it's gonna come. Just give me some time. Like, I pray about it, bro. Honestly.
That part. That where it came from.
I don't know. It's not just a conversation amongst us, but like it's a conversation for us, and it's just for other people too. So I don't know what to talk about.
My man was getting ready. What he said, we need to get ready.
When it's stick, it'll stick.
Yeah. Well, I like that. Go ahead. You can go first. Tell them where they can find you at, bro, on all social sites.
Hey man, what's happening? PolloPapi.gnf on Instagram. I'll give y'all the personal one today too, man. It's Mr.Miller.gnf. Right now they're very much intertwined, but that's also because Pollo Papi and myself are the same person. For real. It's just the name, man.
Yeah, I had two of them too when I was in Omaha. It's just one of the business, one on the other one's your personal page. So.
Yeah, and it's gonna continue to grow, man. New things on the way, announcements I'm excited about. You know what I'm saying? But PolloPapi.gnf, Instagram. 2 L's.
2 L's.
Yeah, man, Papermann, man, on all social media platforms, PAPRMANN. Also follow my alternate page, Highway to Paper, HWY80PAPR _. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no such thing as one personal and the other one. They both business on my end, you know what I'm saying? But new music on the way, more hosting on the way, you know what I'm saying? More modeling on the way. Just stay tuned. I'm always cooking up something, man. Chef in the kitchen.
What's happening, man? It's your boy SquirtAlert. Scott's my name. They call me Lil Daddy for real. At Scott's my name 1 on IG. D'Antonio Scott on Facebook, and SquirtAlert also on Facebook. And I got some new music that's about to drop. You know, I got the video floating around, but I'm gonna go ahead and drop the song too nowadays. And I got something for that Scriven County, man. You know, paying homage back to where it all started for me. Look out for that too. I'm from Sylvania, not Savannah. You know, that's coming soon too. Yeah, and they don't know D'Antonio. Yeah, I've been working, you know, on a little razzle dazzle. It's that time for me. Pop out.
My boy said he been getting ready.
It's about that time.
I like to hear that. Well, I'm Indigo, a living, breathing, walking example of the third eye in the flesh. I choose to be this person, humanitarian and nature. You know, you can find me on Instagram at IndigoKid87. I'm also on Facebook at Spencer Williams. That's my government name. You can find me on all platforms of that too, because I try to have a personal page and a business page. That's just the way it is, you know, so people can find me. And I can get verified on both, all right? Double the audiences. It's just the way it is. But this has been another episode of Out the Way podcast. I really appreciate y'all for coming through, showing love, giving us the energy. And we're going to keep it going. Once again, in the future, we're going to definitely take topics from the people who are viewing, because guess what? Y'all have just as much influence on what we do to the show, because y'all keep coming back to see us, to watch us. And we appreciate you. Patreon content coming up in the future as well. So get ready.
Get ready.
Yeah, they should be able to pay for some stuff behind the scenes, you know, when we cooking and stuff and like that.
Are you ready?
We'll get,
Going crazy.
yeah, like the real freestyle. So with that being said, man, we are out the way.
Out the way.